what do you call, sexual harassment between them. They already had personal relationships before they came to the Senate.
All right.
The three of us had no relationship with Senator Akpabio before we came.
All right, Senator Kingibe.
So I'm ready for your questions now.
Yes.
And the question you asked me, I don't have enough of a relationship with Senator Akpabio to discuss sexual harassment with Senator Akpabio. When I go to the Senate and my neighbors or Senator Natasha is not there, I collect documents on their behalf. I collected some for Senator Natasha, informed her. She said she was home. I went to her house. I'm answering the question. I got there. She told me, after offering a meal, that she's supposed to discuss something with him, and he said to meet her in some hotel. I said to her, you only meet
Senator Ireti, I'm sorry, I have to come in at this point. We have limited time with you. Pardon me, I have tried.
You asked me a question.
My colleague asked you a question.
So if you just want a yes or no, I'll tell you no. I did not. I was trying to tell you what transpired. And as we were discussing, her husband came in.
We're in his house in the Kotek Benin. Then we all moved to his house in Uyu, which was about 8 p.m. And he held my hand and said he wanted to show me around his house. My husband was walking behind us, just three of us. We're walking around from room to room. And then he got to this particular sitting room, and he said, do you like my house? I said, of course, sir. Every room, beautiful, nice interior, quality taste. He said, now that you're a senator, I'm going to create a time for us to come spend quality moments here. You will enjoy it. At that point, I just pulled away, and I was like, I don't really understand what exactly that meant. And the Senate President is allowed to counter that.
So the initial tape was Natasha, Senator Ireti confirming Natasha Akpoti's story. The latest tape was the one that she made the bombshell revelation. But in the meantime, before we go and go into the meat of the matter, if you're meeting this content for the first time, please like, share, and subscribe. Also, if you've not yet subscribed, please do so. We need to make sure we get rid of corrupt politicians in our country. Nigeria must work for us. Our Senate leadership has been a failure, just like the president has been a failure. So we need to get the rights of the people. But this Natasha issue about sexual harassment claims is something I wanted to talk about because it's gone under the radar. And also, I feel sometimes if this news reporters, these Arise people, sometimes just let the people they're interviewing just speak, because in the details you'll get a lot. But anyway, Senator Ireti Kingibe here confirmed clearly on this particular interview that Natasha made and confided in her that Senator Akpabio had made sexual harassment claim move at her. What literally she said, possibly without fully realizing how far-reaching it is, was to say that, first of all, let's break it down. She said Natasha wasn't at the plenary or at the Senate that day. She called her. Natasha said she was at home. Senator Ireti went to Natasha's place. After Natasha gave her food, she ate, and then Natasha and I said to her, I wanted to discuss something with you. It's about this sexual harassment thing that has been happening to me from Akpabio. It made advances at me. He's come to me several times, it's come to me once or something, and he's asked me to meet him at a hotel. And Senator Ireti then said to her, you don't go meet him in our hotel. Meet him at home or meet him at his office. Those two places. And so whilst they were talking, Natasha's husband came in. So now all of this happened before the drama that happened on the Senate floor. All of this happened before she gave that bombshell revelation as a Rice TV. So we've been asking for proof because it's about a case of, can you prove it? Can you tell us if there's a witness of what happened then? Or can you tell us if there's a witness that maybe you confided in with before? Lo and behold, Senator Ireti, maybe without even fully realizing it, just confirmed that Natasha told her about the issue before. Now, in declining to give in to Senator Akpabio's demand, from what Natasha said or alleges, is that from that moment onward, she's been going through a lot. Her voice has been silenced for so a while. Her committee positions have been taken or stripped off of her over and over and over again. And then it was just a case of that sit movement was just like, it was just like the straw that broke the camel's back. That's what she was trying to say in a nutshell. For me, or for Nigerians as a whole, we would realize that the Senate president cannot sit to adjudicate his own case. And Natasha recently gave an interview with BBC, I think it was today, where she also mentioned that the suspension is about silencing her. And that because they don't want her to speak, they're trying to silence her to make sure she doesn't speak. But as Nigerians will not let that be. We want to see the end of the matter. Whether Natasha is telling the truth or it was Senator Akpabio's truth that is the real one. Obviously, you can argue that it's a case of our word against his word. So the court will decide. But in the meantime, please like, share, and subscribe. We must make sure that we have the right sort of people in power. This Akpabio-led Senate is about one of the worst Senate we've ever had. It's one of the worst Senate president we've ever had. I'm going to be doing, and I want you to check out later on this channel, this station. I'm going to be doing a video as well on this Akpabio issue because Akpabio is not meant to be in the Senate. If the person that rigged the election that got Akpabio into the Senate is in jail right now, then Akpabio should not be in the Senate. So look out for that video because I'm going to be doing one. And it's a miscarriage of justice for a court to send the rigger to prison and then leave the beneficiary of the rigging in place. While you can then nullify that election and say, if this person can confirm that they rigged the election, why is the other person still sitting at the ends of affairs as the third person in the nation? So we will do that later. But in the meantime, this particular confirmation by Senator Ireti is something that we need to also sit back and take our eyes and look at it clearly and say, all right, she just confirmed that Natasha confided with her or in her to say, this is what Akpabio has been doing to me or has been asking from me. But I have not given in. And this is what I, as Ireti, and told her. I told her to not meet him anywhere apart from his home or in the office. You understand? So this is where Nigerian politics have become. This is Nigerian political system has become so bad and so dirty and corrupt. We have an inefficient president and vice president. We have a Senate that's supposed to be checking the executive, the judiciary that's meant to be also working, all complicit in this corruption. That's why you see politicians hopping from one party to APC because they realize that the rigging that will happen, the corruption that will happen in 2027, it's on another level. So please like, share, subscribe. And if you've not done the subscription yet, please do so you can continue to encourage us to do so content like this and analyze things like this and make sure we spread that awareness. Now, 2027 is what we want, that kind of change that we're after. As always, thank you. God bless you. Bye-bye for now.